Hi, Sophia! Hi. Thank you for the raid. Thank you. I hope you're doing well. What were you doing today? Were you doing some reading? Were you doing some reading? It's been a hot second. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, the ads on Twitch are certainly a time. They're a time. You know what, let me turn my background music off and let's have internet music, because why? I moved my entire setup yesterday and today back into a different room, and for some reason it has decided that I don't get to monitor my own sound anymore, and that makes me angry because I don't like silence, but I don't like listening to things that are different than everyone else is listening to either. So we get some Zelda background music because that's what I've decided is a good idea for today. Reading, nice. Also, hello everybody. Hello. Welcome. Those of you on YouTube, those of you on Twitch, I appreciate it. Hello. Thank you for coming back. After our very, very busy weekend. I hope everyone's gotten enough rest. I hope everyone is doing okay. Lord knows that I had a real heckin' heavy sleep the day after all of the birthday celebrations, and I would say that I slept today, too, but that is a lie. I did not, in fact, sleep well today. I don't know why. Oh, I know why. Because I was working on something yesterday, and then I kind of forgot that I needed to go to bed. Not that I woke up early or anything today, but I did force myself out of bed at my version of a normal time. Well, not, it was still late. But I was like, I don't want to sleep past 4 p.m., even if that's only going to be 6 hours of sleep. So I still got up at, I was gonna say a reasonable time, that's a lie. But I went for a walk. I got myself some bubble tea and some chicken strips and some french fries. And felt the outside on my body, and I regret that now because now my nose is all runny because it is fucking spring. And that makes this is fucking pollen and the cotton and the death. The pollen and the cotton and the death. The pollen and the cotton and the death. I'm here to distract you working. I am gonna be the one working today. I also have things to work on. But I'm gonna force my BooBae's to start doing work too. We have many things to decide on from the birthday celebration. The BooBae celebration this weekend. Lots and lots of things. No rain. I wish there was rain, Vigred, but there's no rain. I wish there was rain, but in fact there is absolutely none, and that makes me very, very sad because I do in fact like rain. So no, there's not gonna be another doc with 10 pages of memes. I've decided that instead of sending you guys another doc in which you have to decide what you're doing, because that worked so well last time. That worked so well last time. I'm sending you guys a form, which I already made. I already did some work. Honestly, I probably should have just waited and made it on stream, but I was feeling productive yesterday, which is also why I didn't go to bed, because I worked too much on other things. I was feeling productive, not even on things that you guys are gonna see for a hot second, but I was feeling productive, so I was working on stuff. And also sending out emails, both like stream related things and like life related things that I had to do and get plans together. So yeah. Blowing me? What do you mean? Blowing the yard? Yeah. I'm assuming with a leaf blower, right? Mowing the yard. Oh. Mowing instead of blowing. I kind of assumed that you were like when you said blowing the yard. I was like, oh yeah, like with leaves. With big like the right? The big anti-vacuum. The reverse vacuum, if you will. Yes, that's kind of what I assumed, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, mowing definitely makes a lot more sense. This, I mean, it's kind of a working and/or studying stream, yes. In that I'm gonna force you guys to work and fill out forms and stuff, and I'll probably do some typing, and it's also just chatting, and because everything I do is chatting, it doesn't matter what kind of fucking stream it is, it's gonna be chatting. Make sure not to overexert yourself. You can't tell me what to do. You're not my mom. Not even my mom can tell me what to do, honestly. I kind of just... I'm an adult. I don't need people to tell me what to do. That's kind of a lie, but it's also true in that, like, I am an adult. I live by myself, so no one can technically tell me what to do because I live by myself. Should I have someone telling me what to do? Probably, honestly. That would probably make my life easier. But to be quite frank, there's a high chance that I would not listen to them anyway, and I would fight. So... I don't think that would be very useful either. I know myself well. I know myself well. In that whilst it would be good for me to have someone to tell me what to do, there is a high chance that I would be like, absolutely not. No. No. They'd be like, clean your room. And I'd be like, no, you clean my room. Why would I need to do that? Stupid. Stupid. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't need to do that. You can do it instead if you want. If you want it clean, then you can do it. It's perfectly fine just as it is. Thank you very much. So, what you should do, your best. Exactly. And your best is different every single day. Yes. Okay, I need to move stuff on my desk. I moved my desk from where it was in the kitchen area back into the den. Except now, there's things that don't work. Things don't work properly. Things don't work properly. That makes me very sad. Just Chickpea go into a maid outfit, then make her... How in the world do you think you're going to be tricking me into that? I need you to know that I kind of ruined that joke, Subsonic Man, because the very first thing that I read was he was the sole breadwinner. And then I read the rest of it, and I was like, oh, because I read the ending first. I'm so sorry. I did the ending first. Bunnies. Sorry, I had to look sideways because one of them was doing a thing. Since I've moved everything, the bunnies have decided that they need to put their mark on things properly because things have moved around and they've decided that they don't like it, and that's, it is what it is, I guess. But they're doing the thing. Eric, thank you for the soup pot. Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, bunnies! I posted one of them yesterday on my Twitter. So if you're not following me on Twitter, I sometimes, every once in a while, post photos of bunnies. Most of the time, though, it's just stream of thought. Most of my tweets are absolute useless. But every once in a while, they're useful. But yeah, yesterday I posted photos of Chai because that little fucking bitch, little hoe, is ruining any sort of semblance of, like, sound muffling that I'm attempting to put up. He looked very mischievous. He is. Once he's comfortable, he's a little shitter, but he's also the one that lets me cuddle him. Yeah. Yeah, so last night I was sitting in the new little computer area, and I was petting him, and then I could put my face in him and his fluff and go with my head into his fluff, and he just sat there, and it was fine. What are they doing that they caught your eye? He was like just coming around the corner, but like in a really weird way, in a suspicious manner. Yeah. Stop using edible material. Everything is an edible material if you are a bunny. Oh yeah, also I need to say this now. If my internet does a weird thing, if we drop for a second, I'll be back, I promise. I'm on Wi-Fi today because since I moved my computer, the cord I was using is not long enough. So I bought a new one on Amazon and it should be here tomorrow. So I'll have non-Wi-Fi internet tomorrow, but today we have Wi-Fi internet. Today we have Wi-Fi internet, so if we drop randomly, blame it on that, and I'm sorry, and we'll be back, yeah. Also, no, I haven't gotten the fiber internet upgrade yet. That is next week. Next week. I have to get up early before work on like I think it's Wednesday, and it's I'm worried. I'm so worried. I'm so worried because last time they needed to do something to my internet, I didn't get it back for like a week. And so I'm just sitting out here like, oh my God, please don't fuck it up. Please don't fuck it up. Anyway, the weird thing is the TELUS team was sitting in the lobby of the building for the last 2 days trying to convince everyone to like change to TELUS instead of being on whatever other network that they're on. And they were trying to like convince people with like, they had donuts. I think today they had like croissants or something. I don't know. And they kept trying to like be like, you guys want the thing? Yeah, you should switch. It's good for like inflation or whatever. And I was just sitting there like, fuck, they're only for people who switch, and I'm already on I'm already with the thing. No, I didn't get a donut. I'm so sad, but I did have to. I am changing to the fiber. Not even because I necessarily want fiber. I mean, I do. Obviously, I do. I'm a person who lives on my computer, but because they're making the like current copper wire system, like they're taking like everything off of that within the next year, I think they said. So like if you stay on that and you don't move to the fiber, you just like won't have internet once they turn all of that off anyway, so you like have to move over, right? Fuck, but I don't want anyone to touch it. What if they fuck it up again? Anyway, it is what it is, I guess. It is what it is. Maybe you can ask for a deal. Yeah, so because we are moving over, I'm paying the same as my current internet fee instead of moving to like a higher fee for fiber, is what they said. Will that be the truth? Who the fuck knows? That's what they told me. So I'm gonna hope and pray because internet is not cheap in Raccoonadia. You have a choice in ISPs? There's like 2. I think there's 2. Get it in right. Yeah, well, they're not here anymore. They were camping the lobby for 2 days and now they're gone. So we'll fucking see, I suppose. If they try to do anything, I'll just complain, I guess. It's like an oligopoly. Yeah, it's an oligopoly. There's essentially 2 people, and then like, you know, the little guys, the independent guys that have like certain areas, but I don't think they're out here where I live. Most of the time, if you want more options, you got to be like in the downtown areas, because then that's where all like the little indie internet startup things live. Yeah, it's a duopoly. And the same thing with cell phones. In most of Raccoonadia, there's usually like 2. And that they make you think that there's more than 2 because they're like, oh yeah, there's like what is it? TELUS and Rogers, I think, are the 2 companies. And then they make you think that there's more because under those there's like little guys. Like Fido is technically Roger, and Verizon is technically something, and then someone else is technically TELUS. Anyway, so they make you think that there's options, but there's not. And so therefore, they're really expensive. They're really expensive. Oh, it's stupid. It's stupid. I don't need to be paying this much money for something that's like mandatory to live nowadays. I swear to fucking God. Fine, whatever. It's fine, whatever. I mean, it's not actually. I do get better internet than the average person because I want to come hang out with you guys, but still stupid. For Americans, this is common this is very common in Raccoonadia. Most places it's a duopoly, essentially. The same thing happens with like, you know, big grocery chains or whatever. There used to be more, but then they all got bought out by the same fucking things, and now they're all sort of under the same header. There's like 2, and then of course there's some like indie places, like mom and pop shops, or like the bigger things that are, but you know, they own themselves sort of idea, and yeah, it's fucking, it is what it is, and you just kinda gotta roll with it, cause yeah, I mean, again, if you live in like downtown area or in a big city or something, you're gonna have way more choices. But when you live in a suburb that's a little further out, and therefore is also like more affordable to live in, there are less choices, sadly. Because the big corpos get good tax breaks and bailouts thanks to our governments. Yeah, that's kind of just how North America works, honestly. You know, it is what it is, but what can we do? Hope and pray and send stupid emails to our local government official. Oligopoly and monopoly, the best part of capitalism. God, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. I hate it. Feel like the internet should be public good and run by the government. Private companies can't have adequate competition when the barrier to entry is a build. Yeah, there's a fuck ton of infrastructure and stuff that goes into like phone and internet stuff. So like, yeah, even the small places have to kind of buy off of the big places' networks, and then of course that would increase their prices to sort of match. It would be nice if there were just a bunch of different choices and it was really cheap, like it is in a lot of Asia. But that just simply isn't the case. I don't know if I would necessarily say it should be like government run, but I think maybe at the very least there should be like, I would love it if there was like a government placed like cap, you know, like no internet should be above $75 or something. That'd be great. I'd take that. That would at least stop them from increasing prices like crazy. But it doesn't put the burden of like fixing all the systems on the taxpayer, because that's what would happen if it was run by government, right? For example, if you go to a lot of places where you know, a lot of systems that we pay into, like city taxes tends to pay for things like transit systems, your water stuff, your other things like that. Depending on where you live, electricity could be helped run by the provincial government. Obviously, given that I'm Raccoonadian, the school systems and healthcare is sort of semi-taken care of in that way by the both provincial and federal governments, which I am obviously perfectly okay with. I am very okay with that. But you know, it is what it is. There's some things that I think it's nice to have like a cap on things, I think, that are mandated, but I wouldn't want the government to like completely run the internet, because that would also put weird amount of power in their pockets as to like deciding what sites and things exist that are, yeah, you're paying I'm paying more than $75 a month for internet. Governments are good at overpaying for things. Yeah, that too. Yeah. There's already governing bodies for the internet that are independent from any country. Yeah, I just want them to make me pay less money, I'm not gonna lie. Your power was out for 2 weeks last year in total. Now imagine the internet. Jesus Christ, I could never. That's why I tend to try really hard to make sure I'm in areas that have good power grids that are like connected to things that are like they need to turn back on quickly. Where I live, we can't even get roads paved without, oh, Jesus Christ. Paying for it, but they're state-owned roads. I can't imagine that. That would drive me fucking insane. You pay 120 for a gigabyte? Yeah. Or a gigabit. It is what it is, you know? Yeah, but my internet bill and my phone bill both are above, or approximately are around. They're both around-ish $75 a month. Which, honestly, is not bad. And it feels bad to say that. Like, I'm getting an okay price, comparatively. Which is really sad. Yeah, what are my up-down speeds? They're the fastest that I could get on this system on copper. Which is still under 100. I don't know if some of you remember, but I did get mocked for having slow internet when I was in a collab with other girlies, because we all ran like the internet, like the speed test, and they were like, oh my god, it's so bad. And then I was like, oh, my speeds are really good. And then I went and checked, and I had the lowest speeds out of like any single person that was in the collab. And yeah, so wait, actually we can run it. Internet speed test. By Ukla. Go. It's going. Haha. Years ago you lived on satellite internet, wouldn't wish it on your worst enemy. Massive latency, oof. And caps, absolutely not. I could not live with a cap. At least not on my internet. Didn't your Monster Hunter download take several hours? Yeah, that sounds about right. Ah. Yeah, I think you guys are gonna laugh at me when I say, please remember again, I'm on Wi-Fi right now. Not on the Ethernet cable, so it's even worse than usual. Do you guys want to guess what my download and upload speeds are? Do you want to guess what they are right at this exact moment? What the exact moment of my download and upload speeds are? I'm assuming you guys are guessing download right now. 200. Chroma, you're really close. Chroma's the one that's real close so far. It's 37 and 12. I am paying $75 a month for 37 and 12. I am streaming right now. Yeah. But it's always under 100. Always. So, yay! Mbps per second. Yeah. That's really atrocious, is it? It's pretty normal feeling to me. It's... this is my normal, okay? This is how I live, alright? This is how I live every single day. I'm on cell data right now, it's 140. Yeah, it's about right. This is why I get mocked by other VTubers, okay? Hi, Nas. Hello. Welcome. I am having a good night, and everyone gets to mock my atrocious internet speeds. we can all laugh at them together. Yeah. When we check my internet speed, yeah, everyone else should check theirs too. Don't let me live alone. Come, join me in suffering. I was gonna say come join me in poverty, but that's not. I guess internet poverty. Speed poverty? Is that a thing? Is speed poverty a thing? Mine are 6 and 1.3. Jesus fucking Christ. No one download anything on Pekoe's network or the stream might die? I don't know. 7, 10, and 40? Jesus Christ. Chief, thank you for the super! Same speeds as US ATCs. Copper lines. Yeah, copper lines. It is what it is, you know? It is what it is. ISPs often whitelist speed test websites, so your test will always give better results than your actual speed. Don't fucking tell us that. Don't worry about it. Hi, Ketsuki. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. It's very much a thing for me. I thought 32 and 12 was fast, right? I thought mine's pretty okay. I think these speeds are pretty okay. On your Wi-Fi, you have 102 and 13. Oof. I'm just out here I'm just gonna fucking cry, apparently. I mean, the 13 is similar to mine. And thank you, Lewd Squids. Thank you. Oh. Jesus Christ, 500 for, over 500 for both is wild. At least to me, that, you must never have issues with anything loading, hey? You must like download things instantaneously. God damn. Pico got that low high-speed Wi-Fi. Yeah. Phone internet? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I'm out here being beaten by heckin' phones. This is wild. I'm just simply gonna pass away. I'm just gonna pass away. Still at work, the test speed between two work now at 40. Freaking gigabytes per second. Interesting. Interesting. I used to have 800 up and down before they throttled my house. Stupid. I hate that shit. 500 up is perfect for streaming and gaming at the same time. What do you mean? Everyone streams and games at the same time, right? I stream and game all the time. That's what I stream, technically. So, therefore, it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. Yeah. My wife streams as well, so we can both do things and she can stream and not get any lag. A $30 phone plan. You know what? I'm gonna check my fucking app for $30 phone plan. Let me see what my I only get this. Oh man. Yeah, $30 is so cheap. I just double checked my phone plan because I was like, I know it's somewhere around 75. Yeah, my phone plan is $72.80 a month. I have 5 gigabytes of data. I'm being scammed. And I have 5 gigabytes. Yeah, okay, so same then. Yours is only 40. Man, I'm gonna do 5 in a day. Can you see why I was so fucking worried? Can you see why I was fucking dying when I didn't have internet? Because I had to try to figure out how to make 5 fucking gigabytes last multiple days? Wild. Absolutely insane. It was not fun. It was the opposite of fun, okay? There's a reason I ran out of data so goddamn quickly. Alright? I'm not made for this shit. And yet, I'm still getting a pretty okay deal. I'm still, this is me getting a pretty okay deal. At this point, internet's pretty much a necessity. Yeah, no, exactly. Which is wild to me why it's so expensive in some areas, my area included. I'm also just unlucky. This particular area in Raccoon-adia, incredibly expensive. Incredibly expensive. To be fair, most areas in Raccoon-adia these days, if you are anywhere near a big city, it's very, very, very expensive trying to live. So, it is what it is. Not gonna lie, I have, like, vaguely looked into, like, work visas for, like, cheaper places to live, but then most of the places that I would want to live, it would be hard to, like, pick up with bunnies and have them come with me. I'm like, oh, I have pets. Damn it. Because I did briefly look into, like, oh, okay, like, could I get, like, you know, like a digital nomad sort of thing and go to Japan for a year, and I'll just take a year hiatus from, like, my day job, like, see if I can get, like, a break. And, like, go live somewhere else for a while that has, like, cheaper cost of living. But yeah, it is what it is. We're stuck here. It would mean leaving my current job. I can't do my current job remote. That's not really a thing. So I would have to, like, straight up just take, like, a year of, like, paid or unpaid leave try to do like a leave of absence. And I was kind of thinking about it. But then, yeah, to be fair, moving to Japan in general, incredibly difficult when you look into it. Because not only you're getting all the visas and stuff, it's really hard to find rent that, like a place that's going to rent to foreigners. And then I have 2 bunnies, so I have to find a place that's willing to rent to foreigners with pets. And then bringing animals into the country, they go through like a quarantine stage. You can't just like bring them in. They have to like stay at a place for like a certain amount of time. And with bunnies, that's really hard because like with cats or dogs or something, you know, like they just have to feed that. And it's fine. With bunnies, it's a little bit different, and they're prey animals, and you know, so that they'd probably fucking die. It's like, that's not gonna happen. I can't fucking do that. So sneak them in under a sweater. No, I can't. They would not do the thing. Just be Asian, you'd be fine to rent a place. That's not even true though, because if you're any Asian other than Japanese, it's just as hard as any other foreigner. Having to bring your pets would be an icing on the pancake. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So marry a Japanese girlfriend to get the visa. No, I don't think that would be a thing either. I don't know if that would be a thing. Do you know, Jay? No, but if I were to go over, it would be pretty easy for me to get a work visa because I could go over as an English teacher. It would be incredibly simple for me to get picked up by like an organization who would do that, because I do actually have a teaching degree, right? I'm not even just like because a lot of people who go over there, like, hey, you speak English as a first language and you have some sort of university degree. But I straight up have like a teaching degree. So it would be very simple for me to go over as an English teacher. That doesn't mean it would be simple once I got there, because it doesn't mean you're going to be placed in wherever you want to go or whatever. But it is a very simple way to get a visa comparatively to trying to do it on your own, you know? You heard they locked down hard to non-teaching degree people? Yeah. Even previously, where it was a little bit easier, there was a lot of people who applied for it, sort of idea. A lot of weebs who applied. For example, the JET program, which I would not go through. But you know, it is what it is. I did think about it. I did do a decent amount of research on it, and then I was like, bunnies. So, probably not. But it is, you know, it was a fun idea whilst it lasted in my head. It was a fun idea while it lasted, you know. That feeling when your friend just got accepted, yeah. Do not work as an English teacher in Japan. They pay worse than an intern. I mean, yes, they don't pay super well in a lot of programs. Some they would. I would only apply to the ones that paid decently. A lot of the time, the houses they put you in are not necessarily great. You're not guaranteed to work in a big city. There's a lot of things. You have to do a lot of research before you were to do something like that. I very much am a researcher, so I wouldn't be worried about that kind of thing, Lollipop. And it's okay if you get paid a little bit worse anyway than you would, for example, where you currently are, as long as, you know, you live in like a North America or England, or not England, Europe sort of situation where the cost of living is actually higher than it is in Japan, right? That's the thing, you have to think about it. Even if you're taking a pay cut, technically, does that mean that you're going to be taking a pay cut with the cost of living in the place that you are living? So, yeah. Yeah. Do you trust the airline with my bunnies? No, absolutely not. To be fair, you can, just like you can take cats, some airlines you can literally take your pets as carry-on. My bunnies, honestly, I feel like Chai would probably just pass away on the plane because he's very nervous. He doesn't even like getting in a car to go to the vet. So that's why I was like, I don't think that they would I don't think that they could deal with the move. Like, I don't think that that's actually just like a feasible, realistic thing for them. So, so I'm stuck where I am, you know, working a military base teaching kids. Those pay pretty good and better treated. Yeah. Yeah. Chai would just simply stop existing. I'm not gonna lie. that little man has heavy anxiety, due to being a rescue. So yeah. Pekoe would probably be fine, honestly. I think she would be perfectly fine, like, getting on the plane, being... Like, she wouldn't like it at first, and then she wouldn't give a shit. Even when they go to the vet, he's, like, huddled in a corner trying not to, like, cry, and... Well, bunnies don't cry, but you know what I mean, right? Like, he's, like, sitting there, like, balled up, very stressed, shaking, and she's, like, standing on top of him, like, looking out the top of the fucking carrier, trying to figure out, like, oh, where are we going now? Oh, what's that thing over there? So, she would be fine, but he would not be. So, I looked into it and then I was like, all right, that's not really a feasible thing for me to do. Hi, Brasmac. Hello, hello. Hi. All right, I should actually like throw you guys the heckin' work form, hey? Let's shorten that URL. Haha. There you go. Pin this message in both places. Yeah. There you go. Work! It's a work form. Congratulations. Please help me do work. And for that, it's specifically just all feedback on chat choice things from the... birthday. From the BooBae's celebration donathon. So that was the work. For you guys, that was the work. Yeah. What's the pay? You get to see me do your ideas. Ahaha. Teehee. Does the job have vision? What do you mean, does the job have vision? What do you mean by that? I'm confused. Insurance. Oh, vision insurance. No. No, it does not. I don't know how you think that anything that comes through me could possibly have insurance. Hi, Strudel. Hi, Asa. Doesn't have vision, seeing how it flashbanged my eyes with a white form. It's not technically white. The background is an orangey cream color. Not white. Wild. Crazy. Crazy. Can't believe you think that I would go for something that's completely white. It's not even white. What do you mean not the font? What's wrong with the font? Here. I'll fix it for you. Here. Are you happy now? Here, wait, just what if we do this? Save. Fucking happy now? Huh? Bitch. I'm dumb enough to keep tabbing in and out and burn every time. Oh no. Oh dear. What's a food I hate? I don't know. Some things I don't like, some things I do like. Teehee. What font did I change? I changed things. I wish you changed it to Comic Sans. I mean, I changed it to something sort of similar, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I did change it to a silly little one. Yeah. You mean front, not font. What does that mean? The front? The font was white, they mean, not the back. The font is white. The background is blue, the questions... Oh, you mean the form bits. Yeah, I can't change those. Or if I can, I don't know how. So. Yay! I don't know what you mean by the front, though. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. You can list multiple if you have multiple. I'm fine with that. But then I'm gonna go through them all and I'm gonna make polls and stuff for you guys later, too. Yeah. Delicious. Ugh. I tried to... Yesterday, I was thinking about streaming. I was like, because I was feeling productive. And I was like, I'm gonna play some Minecraft and we can hang out. And then I, like, tried to do my vocal warm-ups that I usually do before stream. And I couldn't. And I couldn't. My throat is very much still angry at me for talking so much over 3 days. It's better to some extent now. It's still not super great. His wife's like, all right, we're gonna chill today. We're gonna do little bits and hang out. Throat desires more rest. It really does. I think my entire body is just like, all right, bitch, you did too much. Fucking chill. Ha, wah. Is there any food that's an absolute no-go due to allergies? Red wine. That's the only food that will technically kill me. Shellfish are like a maybe. I'm allergic to them, so I wouldn't eat shellfish either way. What the heck is this? Oh, nice, okay. Sorry, I just got a text message back from an email. Text message back from an email. I got a message back from an email that I sent out for a business thing. Things are coming up, Pekoe. Now I just have to wait for all of the people that I'm trying to contact for commissions to take commissions and stop being full, damn it. Terrible, terrible, atrocious. Oh my god. I'm afraid of email and phone calls. Really? I prefer email to phone calls. I'm okay with phone calls if they're in a work capacity, because then there's like an outline and sort of like a script that I can follow, you know? I don't really like phone calls of my own volition, though, I'm not gonna lie. How expensive can the food be? I mean, all food is expensive, so... It is what it is. But to be fair, like I said, they're all gonna be, I'm gonna moosh them all together and then make polls and stuff for you guys to look through based on, like, you know, if multiples of you guys decide that you, like, if you put the same or similar answers in and stuff. Gold flaked pudding. At that point, I would just go to, like, a craft store and find some gold flake to put on the top of a normal pudding. I'm not gonna fucking lie. And obviously, to prove that I'm actually getting these things, I would probably do like a midday like hand cam, and then I would take pictures and post them on Twitter and stuff, so you guys could be there and have the snackies with me. Yeah, does cake count as food? I mean, technically, yes, it is edible, and I put it in my mouth, so yeah. You prefer chat and text? Voice cranks up the awkwardness factor. Yeah, I don't mind voice for, like, if I know the person or it's, yeah, like I said, like a business thing, then I can deal with voice. I don't just like sitting in, for example, voice calls can be awkward, I think, unless, again, it's like people that you know really, really well, or you're playing a game or something. Especially just because I've got a really bad attention span. Because even, like, I don't know, I like to have other things going, but then I want to pay attention to the person, sort of idea, you know? Voice on the phone sounds completely different compared to speaking with a person over a video call. I prefer a phone call to a video call, I'm not gonna lie. Because for a phone call, I can wander around and it helps me get out like my like anxious energy. Whereas like if you're doing like a phone call, or not a phone call, like a video call or something where you're sitting on a like in a desk, then you can't like move as much, so like you just have to kind of like wiggle in your chair. Ah fuck, StreamerBot's YouTube quota has been exceeded. Let me make sure that we can have YouTube chat back up in the screen. Let me kidnap you to the top of the screen. There you are. Man, I've been looking into trying to get like fun overlays and stuff. But then I realized that I'm gonna have to figure out how to get another like compiled chat thing to fit into like cute boxes and stuff. More research. Crazy. Absolutely insane. Can you give multiple answers if you want to? You surely can. I don't see anything wrong with that. You know what? Let me move this one over to this stream. Oh shoot, I did not mean to close that window. Come back, Twitch chat. Come back. You can't escape from me yet. You're stuck here. Oh god. Why did more piano happen? Alma, my earball. Alright, there we go. I have kidnapped everybody. This is perfect. Wait, there you are. Haha! Yeah, sorry. Teehee. I'm so good at what I do. I'm so good at this, guys. I'm such a professional streamer. Yay. Are we really kidnapped if we want to be with Bigo? I don't know what you're talking about. That's crazy. I wonder how many times Jump King's gonna be suggested. I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe 0. You know, that'd be cool. A second attempt at reaching the witch in a difficult game of No matter what rage game it is, I'll have to purchase it and then cry about that. Can we? No, you. What? How the fuck am I supposed to find? It has to be things that I can, like, find to eat. You know? Has to actually be things that I can find and get. And all the suggestions are on the Google form that is pinned to the chat. Yeah. It's work. It's a work. Yeah. I mean, you can suggest uranium. The chance that I'm actually going to find and or eat that is near 0. Unless you want to, like, pay to fly me out to Daya and then we can lick the uranium together, then maybe. Then I would get uranium. I mean, if you want to put Jump King in for psychological horror, you can do that if you want to. Pilk. Oh god, not the pilk. Whoever fucking made that become a thing, I judge them. I don't understand them, and I do in fact judge them. Who thought of pilk as a thing, right? Like, I mean, I understand mixing sodas and stuff, because I've definitely done that. But still, absolutely wild. Can you put cooking in a hand cam? Yes. Will I do cooking as a hand cam? Probably not, no. Isn't it somewhat old? I mean, it is, but I still question whoever firstly decided to try to make that, you know? Like, it's one thing to mix, like, root beer and, like, I don't know, orange soda. It's a totally different thing to decide to fucking chuck milk into a Pepsi. You know? Or, like, see, like, I could see someone trying to put, like, milk into a I don't know, like an orange pop. Because maybe they're like, oh, I want it to be like an orange creamsicle. But like Pepsi? Why? Why? Haven't you ever stared at two things and wondered what if? Yeah. Doesn't mean you do it, and if you do it, it doesn't mean you drink it. For example, I used to make potions when I went to restaurants when I was little. Where you'd put like, after you were done with your drink, then you would fill it with stuff like ketchup packets and creamer and sugar and salt and stuff like that. You'd mix it all up and it would get really gross. That doesn't mean I drink it. Not unless someone was gonna pay me to do it. No one ever paid me to do it, so I didn't ever have to. I did once pay my youth pastor to drink it though. It's only like $2 but it was funny. But I've never had to drink it, so it was perfectly a-okay. Let the stupids have their horrid drinks. I don't know. I'm sure that someone thought it was a good idea, and that's why it exists. I don't think it's a very good idea at all. So, like, I disagree with it. You know? If you don't drink it, how will you know if it's good or not? I don't have to drink something to know that it's shite as an idea, right? It's kind of like, oh, how do you know that ground chicken nuggets in a blender with some water is not good? How do you know that? You haven't drank it. How do you know that a meth smoothie isn't fucking delicious? You don't know. You haven't drank it. Why not put grass and apple juice together with some meat roast, pot roast? You know? How do you know it's not good? You haven't had it. I hope your meeting went well, Jello Noel. Yeah. Just because you haven't had something doesn't mean you can't look at it and be like, yeah, that's going to offend my mouth hole. My taste buds, they will go on strike if I put that in my mouth hole. You know? Would lemongrass count as grass? No, like grass from outside only. You go get grass from outside. It's delicious in a different way. You just need to add some onion, celery, and thyme. Make a good... No. Crazy. Absolutely insane. Only listening about half the time! Jello Noel! Bad. Supposed to pay attention when you're at work. What's the topic? People thinking that if you haven't tried it, it's not good. They're like, oh, don't knock it till you try it. I don't need to try pilk to know that it's shite. Just like I don't need to try ground chicken nuggets and water to know that it's shite. Just like I know that probably if someone made a mustard-flavored soda, it would not be great. You know? For content. No. Mustard soda would not be good. Don't you fucking hole up. Don't... I'm sure that one of y'all has like a fucking soda stream. If you really need to, you can fucking... do that. Do that. Fucking carbonate the fucking mustard water. No one is going to like that shite. I think that was actually a thing. Why? Why? Doritos and cottage cheese is amazing, as the kids would... Like, Doritos dipped into cottage cheese, but to be fair, I do like cottage cheese more than the average person, so... My brother has one, I'm gonna try it. You better clean it out thoroughly after you use it, because I feel like otherwise your brother might disown you. I think it's called Jones. They make weird soda. Okay, Jones sodas are, like, actually really good, though. So... I want spiked spoiled milk. What? Spoiled milk does not taste like coconut. It even smells fucking atrocious. How do you accidentally drink spoiled milk? Dude, okay, to be fair, one time I had a roommate who, like, put the milk in my face and was like, does this smell spoiled to you? And to be fair, all milk smells spoiled to me, so I can't tell. It all just smells fucking disgusting. But I would assume that spoiled milk has, like I would assume it's kind of like rotten eggs and that it has, like, a strong shite smell. And Hero, thank you. Welcome to the BooBae's. Welcome. Is cottage cheese sour or more on the salty side? Not really. Not really. I wouldn't say that it's sour or salty, honestly. I used to have cottage cheese with blueberries. When I was a teacher, I would put them in like a little thermos, and that would be part of my, like that would be like my recess snack. Cottage cheese and blueberries. Yeah, and then for my lunch, I would usually have like a peanut butter sandwich and some carrots. And for dinner, I would have more cottage cheese and blueberries. Anyway, you can have cottage cheese with a lot of things. People eat it with savory things. People eat it with sweet things. Lately, there's a lot of people on like TikTok turning cottage cheese into like puddings and cakes and stuff like that for like high protein snacks, which I think is kind of cool. So that's kind of neat. But I have not set a deadline for the form yet, but high chance sometime within the week. Because that way I'll be able to like amalgamate everything into polls for everyone. Yeah. It's actually mustard flavored soda. Yeah, I'm not surprised, but there's the reason that it's not widespread, most likely. I have a neighbor that puts it in lasagna and it hurt me. Why? Why does that hurt you? Cottage cheese with crackers and grapes are a great combo. Oh, interesting. Cottage cheese and pineapple. I could see that. I think a lot of fruit with cottage cheese is probably really good because, yeah, again, I'm a little biased given that I did eat it with blueberries for a hot second as like the main part of my diet. It was essentially, when I was a teacher, cottage cheese and blueberries was essentially what chicken strips is now. Yeah. Cottage cheese doesn't go in lasagna, ricotta does. Yeah, I don't fucking know the difference, honestly. They're both cheese. Normalized cottage cheese on burgers? I've never tried that, so I can't say if that would be good or not. Can we go back to you were a teacher? If you want to. I was a grade 6-7 teacher for a hot second before I went back to school for something else. For Skeb art, do you mean any artist or those on Skeb itself? I mean, in theory, any artist would be fine. Just Skeb is like an easy way to like throw things at people and then never be seen again. Eggs with ketchup and pine. I don't know if I want to hear you out for that one, Link. I'm not certain about that one. I'm not gonna lie. To be fair, though, I also just hate ketchup. Cottage cheese and ricotta is potato. Potato. Is ricotta really similar to cottage cheese? I don't know. Ketchup and pineapple juice complement each other very well. Yeah, again, I'll take your word for it because I fucking hate ketchup. Ketchup just pisses me off, man. I hate that shit. Logistics professor. Ooh. See, professor and teacher, though, very different tax bracket. Not that, like, I wouldn't say that one is... They're different in just, like, the type of person that you're teaching. The thing about being a professor, though, at least in North America, is that more than half of your job isn't teaching anymore at that point. You are an academic if you are a professor, meaning that you have to spend a lot of time researching and writing papers, and depending on the university or school that you are in, there is like a mandated amount of published papers and or books that you have to have per time frame, right? Because I did look into that because I was like, oh, I don't like teaching kids. Maybe I'd like doing this as an academic. I do like school, but I don't like the idea of being like forced to, like, you have to research something. I like researching things for funsies, you know? As soon as someone's like, you have to do this, I don't want to do it anymore. As soon as someone tells me that I have no choice but to do something, fuck you, I'll do it on my own time. So You can do it for funsies. Yes, I can do it for funsies. I love research for funsies. I don't like mandated things. Mandated things piss me off. So yeah, if I tried to be a professor, like if I bothered going for my PhD, I would just immediately, like, I wouldn't make tenure. Yeah. Even if I was doing something and someone tells me to do it, I'll stop doing it. Yes, exactly. Like if I'm on my way to do the dishes and like I'm like just about to do them and then my parents would be like, hey, can you do the dishes? You know, I was gonna do it, but now I'm not gonna. That was literally the plan. I was literally just on my way there. Not happening. Absolutely not. No, fuck you. Which is apparently a very common, like, neurotypical thing. So people with, like, ADHD and autism apparently commonly have that reaction to being told, especially things that they were going to be doing anyway. So, yay. There's another thing that I used to think was just me, but is apparently just, you know, a common aspect of... That's not no, it's not, Reimu. No, it's only common if you are neurotypical. Yeah, that's why it feels so familiar. Yep. It's a very, very, very common neurotypical thing. You had that growing up. Yeah, that sounds, yeah. It's like just even if you were gonna do something, just the idea that now you have to do it, like you're expected to do it. Fuck you. I'm gonna do it on my own time. Sometimes you still go ahead and do it. Come on, no. No. No, I don't. Now you're gonna wait for 6 hours before I even think about it again. Absolutely not. I can't remember what it's called though. I know that, oh gosh. Something psychological resistance? It's our brain's response to a threat to our freedom. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So if we tell you to start the game, we can get you to continue yapping and... Well, if I know that you're doing it on purpose, and I know it's for the other way around, then... But, like, you might have noticed that sometimes people who are new do say, like, when is the game starting? And then I will just keep yapping for at least 15 minutes, even if I was going to start the game. So you're not incorrect, but I know that if you guys were to say that, then you'd be trying to get me to keep yapping, and I would actually be more likely to start the game, I'm not gonna lie. Yes. Because don't fucking tell me what to do. I'll do whatever I want to do. And look. I know that it's not a great, It's not a great personality trait. And it is something that I've worked on. But to be fair, nowadays I live by myself, so it's not like anyone tells me to do anything, right? I can just do the dishes whenever I want to. But it was something I was working on when I did live with a roommate. But yeah, it is apparently just like a very common thing in general when it comes to people who are neurotypical. Yeah. Yay! Woohoo! You notice that? You delay at least 5 minutes? Yeah. Yeah. This is a well, it's kind of a co-working stream. It's an I yap and I force you guys to work stream. Is it truly the justifiable right choice to forget memories? No matter how sad, happy, or bittersweet they were. Huh? I mean, to be fair, most people can't just forget memories on cue. And honestly, the more you want to forget something usually, the more it's going to stick in your brain, because therefore the more you're thinking about it, even if you don't want to be. So, yeah. Where does the spite end and the neurodivergence start? Yeah, that doesn't help either. Because sometimes I do just live on spite. Someone tells me I can't do something, and I'm probably going to do it too. So, yeah, that's not incorrect. It's a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. What happens if the voices tell you to do something? Then I just assume it's like my internalized voices trying to get me to be a good person. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I do have eyeballs in my hair. I do have eyeballs in my hair. Yeah. A little more yellow on Twitch than YouTube. Is it a monitor difference? I don't know. Shouldn't be any difference between the two. I don't have any specific dislikes when it comes to cover song choices. Like if you but if like you try to get me to sing a song that's like really high pitched, I'm not gonna be able to do it. But I don't think there's anything I like fully dislike. You know? You want me to sing a meme song? I can do that. I don't like country, but I will sing a country song if everyone decides that that's what they want. Still choose from what choices are given? Yes, exactly. Fastest rap song it is. I would be a fucking terrible rapper, but like, you know, this will be the daddy decision all over. Look, you know, that's your own choices. You guys can pick whatever you heckin' want, right? This is to poll you guys for ideas. And then I'll put up an actual poll to poll you guys as to what you want from said ideas. And then we'll just go with that. Pekoe, the rap god. I am the opposite of a rap god. I do know someone who is good at rapping, so I'd probably pick her brain for a couple of things. I don't think I've ever rapped well in my life. I don't know if I've ever really rapped in my life. Going through my song list and I'm like, no, this one's too fast. This one's too edited. Nobody wants country songs. I'm sure that there's someone in the world who wants a country song. Yeah, there's very few that I actually like, though. A duet. Yeah, you know what? If I ever did, I was on a track with a rapper, it would definitely be like the rapper would be like doing their thing, and I would just like do the yeah, you know, let's do a little background notes for stuff. Yeah, huh, oh. Ton of my songs are in different languages. See, I could try, but it would probably be terrible. Honestly, even if it's in a different language, there's a high chance that I will write English trans lyrics for it. Not gonna lie. Rapper, raps, Pekoe, weird raccoon noises. Yeah, essentially. You're not incorrect, Wumpy. Except for Rawhide, the Rowdy Yates Show theme song. I've seen some, like, meme country songs lately. Like, there was one on TikTok. You know, actually, I've saved a decent amount of TikToks lately that I was like, chat would like this. Or like, chat would mock me for this. No, this is a Reddit read story. That's not what I want at all. Let's see. Where can I find the things that I have saved? No, that one's a video that I thought you guys would find funny. There's a bunch of things where I'm like, ah ha ha ha. Where is it? Oh, this one. Wait, I'm gonna play this one for you guys because I thought I saw it and I was like, I think this is just me. This is just me. You know? And I think that they would agree with this. I think they would agree with this story. I'm just gonna fucking try to play this through the microphone and pray that it comes through properly.
I would be the worst spy of all time because on one hand, I overshare like hell. But on the other hand, I also have the shittiest memory. So it's really a lose-lose scenario for everyone involved. An unstoppable force of TMI meets an immovable object of forgetfulness. Guy interrogating me. What's the passcode? Me. Ah, fuck. I think it might be 7924? Me. Actually, no. I think it starts with a 2. Me. Yeah. I usually just rely on muscle memory for it. Do you think you could get a keypad in here?
That's the only reason I know my debit number.
This would be easier if you let me into the base. Guy interrogating me. Who do you work for? Me. Okay, so this is super embarrassing. I know he told me his name when we first met, but I forgot. And at this point, it would be weird if I asked him for his name again, right?
Yep.
So I just kind of go with Sir whenever I have to talk to him.
Yep.
It might be David, though. He looks like a David, not a spy. Just a confused intern with commitment issues. Me, after being extracted, bad news guys, I totally blew Dave's cover. My boss. Wait, what? Me. Yeah, like they had knives and shit and it was kind of stressful, so I just told them that my contact's name was David Johnson. Really sorry about that. Boss, we don't have a David Johnson working for us. Are you thinking of James? Me. Good news, guys, I did not blow James's cover. Technically a win. Enemy 1. So, how did the interrogation go? Enemy 2. We got nothing. All they did was ramble on about their childhood trauma for 2 hours. Enemy 1. Maybe lower the dose of the truth serum next time. Enemy 2. We didn't use truth serum. Turns out they just talk like that. I would be the worst spot.
Anyway. I got that TikTok and I was like, I think that's just me on stream. I was like, yeah, this is about right. I think my algorithm is, I think it's getting a little too close to home, you know? The targeted TikToks are so on point, right? I keep getting, like, TikToks and I'm like, wait a second. Wait a damn second. Yeah. So, I have a bunch that are, I just, like, every once in a while I'll just save something and I'm like, yeah, I want to share this with chat. Or I'll just, like, save something and I'm like, fuck, man. I don't know what you're talking about, Chroma. There's a skit in a movie where a guy was interrogated and by like 5 minutes the guards were trying to kill themselves. I would certainly hope that's not me. I would certainly hope so, because that would mean that you guys would want to within a couple of minutes of me starting stream. I'd certainly hope that's not the case, but maybe it is the case, who knows? Not me. Maybe you're all just already ghosts, and that's why you're here with me, because I'm a ghost, and you're all ghosts, and now you're stuck. That would explain a lot. It's like you're just stuck here. There's nothing you can do. We don't exist. You exist. You're just in my head, you know? Help me, stepchat. I'm stuck. Still feel flashy? Oh dear. Were the voices in your head? Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. Is a robot. Like a robot's butt? A robot. Robussy. Congratulations, that's what you are now. I have decided. Link, you are now Robussy. For the multiple personalities in your head trying to escape, you can't escape. You have to stay here with me and keep me company. No way. Just a fun way of saying robot? No. It's too late. It has happened. It is correct. And there is nothing you can do to take it back. Mm-hmm. I mean, you could certainly try, but it's kind of awkward, right? You kind of have you have to like create a time machine, go back in time, stop your past self from typing something in chat, or find me and then stop me from reacting a certain way to the way that you wrote something in chat. Letting us free could be disastrous. You're not allowed to leave. You can't. It's illegal. Absolutely illegal. 100%. There is not allowed to be. eBaying DeLoreans as we speak. I feel like a DeLorean would be decently expensive nowadays. How do we know that didn't just happen? Because I still remember saying the word robussy out loud. And my brain now links it with link. It's a link to link. It's not a link to the past, it's a link to link. Desert Punk, thank you for the soup. Please don't eat my soul, don't even taste good. Why would I eat your soul? No. I would not eat your soul, I would just collect it. So you could stay here with me. In my hair. Yeah. Just store you. Here. With me. So don't worry about it. Yeah. It's not even my fault, Byako. It's not even my fault. It was Link. Isn't that the same thing? No, not at all. Absolutely not. What are you gonna use my soul? What? What do you mean? Company. I feel like it's pretty obvious. You're just gonna be here, stuck with me, unable to leave. Now you have to listen to my rambles all the time, or my humming as I try to make myself food and then fall in the kitchen. Do you feed the souls you collect? Oh, do souls need to eat? I feed you with attention, question mark? Does that count? Hi, Angel. Hello. Welcome. We feed on your trauma dumping? No. No. Be a relief to get rid of the mortal coil. I mean, you'd still technically be on the mortal coil, given that this is where I am haunting. So, it's called soul food for a reason. I saw a joke about a ginger saying that the other day, and it was funny. Maybe not need, but we can still eat without... I see. So it's more for the taste sort of idea. To be fair, I think that's the best way to eat, you know? For the taste, because you want to, because it's delicious. Yeah. Bearby, I know that that's a 40K reference. I'm not the weird dead emperor who is a glint in the fucking weird portal system that isn't really alive, but also isn't really dead. Thank you very much. I understand that reference. Hello, Baba. Yes, Pekoe boob. Am I alive? No, I'm a ghost. I'm undead, kinda, I guess. Yeah. Could see the Emperor of Mankind doing a side hustle as an I feel like if the Emperor of Mankind was just like moonlighting as a VTuber, the Empire would probably be semi-fucked. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know anyone who's like not mentally ill who is a VTuber. You know? So. He's already half dead and connected to the internet. It wouldn't be hard. Yeah, I guess it's kind of like the internet, sort of. I'm doing okay, Baba. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Pretty much a job requirement. It's not even on purpose. It's just a certain type of person who, I mean, it's kind of like streaming as well, right? Like, it takes certain types of people to do certain types of things. So there's a reason that there's stereotypes. Like, you know? There's certain types of people who get drawn to things. Yeah. A lot of kings were mentally and physically... Yeah, well, that was more a result of, like, the weird inbreeding that historically came with the nobility and reigning monarchs. That was more to do with... something completely separate. Think the Emperor would finally learn how to finally chill if the Emperor was a VTuber anime girl? You would certainly think so, but I feel like they'd find a way to exploit that in, like, the oddest manner, you know? It's hard to find anyone completely sane. Yeah, to be fair, that is also true. The world is semi-fucky-wucky, and people were not really meant to live in the kind of way that we do right now. So, yeah, that makes sense. Where's Alabama BooBae? No, we don't need to nickname someone Alabama BooBae. Absolutely not. Gotta preserve the bloodline. Yeah, well, if you keep fucking preserving the bloodline, there ain't gonna be a bloodline left. You're gonna fuck it right out of existence. Jesus Christ. Emperor being a VTuber would be good propaganda? That could be true. That could be true. Maybe that's the priest class's secret. They want the rest of the empire to find out the truth about the emperor's side hustle. Could be. Why be sane when you can have fun? I mean, you can be sane and have fun, but you can also be not sane and not have fun, right? You know? Because, like, sure, sometimes bits of mental illness make me relatable and or quirky. Sometimes they just send me into a depression spiral where I don't want to do anything and fucking want to end everything while laying on the floor for 2 days. Way less fun. Literally the opposite of fun, honestly. Why need fun when you don't need... What? Decided! That's not a sentence at all! Oh my god. See the Empire coming up with an anime girl mascot? Honestly, yeah, just like... Can we... Oh gosh. Like, hack sign and just like fucking put the Emperor in a alternate reality that is actually a video game. And but it's also like one of those like isekai anime where it's like, oh my god, I was reborn into the body. I was reborn into the body of a really cute princess. Just so that like the mind stays active, you know? But like at the same time, other people will now be able to interact with the storyline if they so choose to, but it won't actually impact their lives because it's online. And they don't know. They just think it's a new world. They've been reincarnated. But actually, it's all in their head. Everything is in their head. All just one big MMORPG. run by your power. Imagine the Emperor of Mankind calling his people BooBae's. Yeah. Is it possible to develop mental illness from watching VTubers? I mean, you can try to do research and write a paper. I don't know. My initial thought is no. But I'm not a scientifically peer-reviewed journal, so what do I know? I can imagine an anime that could be like, the Emperor of Humanity is secretly a VTuber and will... and it will try to not let anyone find out. I don't know why some mangas have names that long. Yeah, I feel like nowadays, like, a lot, especially like slice of life things or isekai things, they've just decided to like describe the plot as a title, you know? I just saw a new anime about a VTuber. There's a couple now. There's like, you know, I've seen a handful. Well, not a handful, it's really just like one or two. That's kind of a handful, right? One or two is kind of a handful. I think that's how that works, right? Probably. To stand out in the saturated web novel sites. Yeah, you say that now, but now they're all like that, so it doesn't really make them stand out anymore. The cool and mysterious raccoon that raids dumpsters deals with the consequences of her theft. I don't know what you're talking about. Why would there be any consequences? Nothing is theft. I'm just borrowing things. I'm just a little guy, okay? I'm just a dead raccoon. What are you gonna do? I need food. Your dumpster is right there. It's not stealing. You threw it out. It's mine now. Consequences are I get a really delicious snack. Maybe a new sweater. Yeah, day of food is breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then maybe some snacks if you want to give me snacks. You can still find some good novel with nice names. They're just not seen very much compared to the industry waste. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm a raccoon. I am. Sorry. I am sleepy today. I am in recovery mode. Apologies. I know. I'm being less yapful, less exist than usual. Apologies. I am dead on the inside as well as the outside. I would see an anime if it was called The Raccoon that was roadkill reincarnated as a ghost raccoon that starts a cult. What? It's not a cult! No, there's no plan. There's no plan. Just work and yap. Work and yap and work and yap and work and yap and work and yap. I'm just working and yapping. Working and yapping. And honestly, I'm thinking I might take a nap and then maybe I'll stream again later tonight. Maybe. Kinda wanna play Minecraft. I actually really wanna play Minecraft. I wanna start a new Minecraft. Ooh, maybe I do that. Maybe I'll play Minecraft later. Yeah, 1 block! But proper 1 block. We're gonna start again. We're gonna try a different one. Yeah, new 1 block. I don't like the 1 block that we were playing. Tori! Yes. We also need to try to speedrun the world while chat stops us. Tori! We need to! You understand? Together, the two of us. Yes, we have. We've been talking about the idea for so long and we can do it. We can definitely do it together. It'll be fine! It'll be fun! What do you mean? Oh, I can show you later if you want, Tori. Thanks for the free imprisonment! Chillin' well, thank you for the gifted membership! You hit Jaywalk. Nice. Thank you! I can show you sometime, Tori. I just have buttons on my stream deck. Yeah. I'm thinking I'm gonna set things up so that they all go automatically. For example, I want that to happen when people raid me, and I'm gonna set it up with like mix it up so that it happens. Yeah, that's the hope. Yeah. And Phantom, thank you for the gifted membership as well. I appreciate it. Thank you. And welcome on in E-Rank Luck. That is such a fucking mood. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, you can. I've never really used Mix It Up before, because it started to get popular before I died. And I'm only just looking into it again now, but yeah. It's fun that you can automate things, and I quite enjoy doing that every once in a while, so. But I can show you. I can show you all the silly things. And then we can plan. We can plan Minecraft and friendship. Also, we already said we're gonna play another game, right? We have to decide when to do that. We do. We have to decide. Conversations and deciding. Okay, have a good night. Oh, you're eating so early. Our studious Tori, our hard-working burb. I love you. Get some good rest. What does being dead have to do with bad Wi-Fi, huh? What do those two things even have to do? I mean, you guys are currently listening to how bad my Wi-Fi is at loading videos, it sounds like. Unless that's just me that the music is cutting out on, because my headset's been doing that lately. So it could just be me. Who knows? Is the music buffering or is it my headset? I certainly don't know, but you guys do. Yeah, she has big girl things to do tomorrow. Big burb things. Crazy. Such a hard-working burb. Maybe the ghost energy interferes with the Wi-Fi? I hope not. Surely hope not. EM waves are interfering. Why? That can't be correct. The brain... No, the brain's not buffering. No, actually, it probably is today, honestly. I have exhaustion brain. I just realized something that I didn't realize before. I bought a flat... Duh, Pekoe, turn it sideways, you duh. Anyway, sorry. I was just thinking, oh no, there's gonna be a problem. The internet cord that I bought is flat instead of round. How am I gonna make it turn corners? You put the flat end against the fucking wall, not against the goddamn fucking floor. And then it turns corners perfectly fine. But then I guess it's annoying when it crosses a hallway. But it's not as if a cord can't just, like, do the thing. Yeah, the one brain cell is certainly doing work. Can you tell I'm tired? Tired. Recovering. Okay. We're recovering. Ladies, gentlemen, bunnies, and ghosts, I present my Oshi. I'm doing my best. Go above the hallway? No, that's too much effort. It's just gonna go along the floor, and I'm gonna put, like, duct tape on it or something so the bunnies can't eat it. They're probably gonna eat anyway, and then I'll just have to, like, keep doing it. Yeah. Oh, I don't need more retail horror stories. I worked in customer service for long enough to have tons of my own. I don't need more. No, the bunnies aren't allowed to devour the cabling. I do have some, like, wiring sheath thingies that I previously used, so I'm hoping that they're gonna work properly. Yeah, I know duct tape leaves a sticky residue because there's a sticky residue on my sliding glass door. Because every year I duct tape cardboard to the door so that I can put the air conditioner there. And so every year there's just a little bit more duct tape residue on the glass. Because it gets cooked by the hot sun all summer. So, I am well aware of the sticky residue that it leaves behind. Honestly, I should probably start looking for cardboard boxes. It's almost summer again. Mm-mm-mm. What? I did get Hanamaru Bake! Thank you! I did. I was gonna show him off on the hand cam stream, but I forgot. He's here with me! He's here with me! On my desk. I love Hanamaru Bake. Thank you, thank you! Yeah, 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 yeah! Hanamaru Obake is number 9. He's number 9 right now on the Sanrio rating. I'm so excited. I'm so excited because no one ever fucking knows who Hanamaru Obake is when I talk about them. And now they're popular. And that means that maybe next time I try to look for stuff, there's gonna be more. Because when I was in Japan and all the Sanrio stores didn't have anything. I had like one little thing that had the name on it and like a little notebook, but like there wasn't like, you couldn't get a lot of stuff. You don't know who that is either. They're very cute. They're like a rain ghost, but they're afraid of ghosts. They're just a little guy. Oh my god, I love Hanamaru Obake. So cute. Best Sanrio character. And the other figure? I don't think I've gotten another figure yet. Thank you, Dozens. Thank you for filling out the form. I appreciate it. If you don't know who Hanamaru Obake is, you should look them up. Very cute. 10 out of 10. Best Sanrio character. Yeah, I will fight people who think that it's not true. For a month, but I guess it can take that long. Yeah, to be fair, I think a lot of like shipping stuff is like fucky-wucky lately. But I don't know. I'll try to look into it after stream and see if I can't see things. There's a lot of things though if they come from other places. Once they leave their country of origin, it just says like, ah, great, we've sent it from the country of origin, and I'm like, that's fucking nice. Now where is it? So I'll take a look to see if it's one of those or not. Yeah. Slowly filling out the form, but also playing a game. Ooh, nice. Yeah. Oh, I saw a game that I kind of am interested in trying to play. It's a Pokemon fan game, like a ROM fan game. That is, but instead of being like a Pokemon trainer on like your adventure, you're a Pokemon gym leader. And that looked kind of fun. It looked kind of interesting. Oh god, what was it called? Let me see. Pokemon This Gym of Mine is what it's called as a fan game. And I was like, ooh, that sounds really interesting. Because you don't start with like the normal starters either, and you have to pick a type. Like it's like you have to be like an actual gym leader, right? So you have to have like a Pokemon type that you stick to. And I was like, oh no. Would I be grass? Would I be ghost? But you have to do a good enough job or you get fired. You get fired from your job and the game just ends. If you're a shitty gym leader. So, I'm thinking about possibly playing that as well. Because that sounds kind of fun. That sounds kind of interesting. Maybe just to me, I don't know. We'll see. The form will close sometime later in the week. I'll let you guys know exactly when, but that's how you play normal Pokemon games. Ooh, you give yourself like a theme that you have to stick to. Usually I just like go for what Pokemon I like, you know. I also have to see like what Pokemon are in this game, because I don't know if it's like original 151 only or if it's more or less. No, I think it's more, because I remember in the thing I saw about it there was a Poochyena. See what Pokemon there are in it to decide, you know, what I want to be, for example, right? But I know that there's also like modded Pokemon, because in the little thing that I saw of it, that like is why I know it existed, the person picked fire type gym, and they started with a Growlithe, but then there was also a fire type Onix that they caught. So like I know that there's like Fakemon in it as well. So I guess it doesn't really matter if I like look into like what Pokemon there are to see how many I like. I don't know. I'm heavily like, I mean, you guys know I'll probably do grass or ghost. I'll probably do grass or ghost, I'm not gonna lie. You miss Moe. I love Moemon, man. Moemon is so great. If you haven't played Moemon, I question your existence in this particular life, okay? And for those of you who haven't played Moemon, who don't know what Moemon is, it's literally, they take Pokemon, they took all of the sprites and made them cute girls. All of them are just cute girls. You can just have a party full of cute girls. They're so adorable, man. They're just like little Pokemon Kajinkas, just cute girls, and you can catch them in balls and stuff. It's very fun. And honestly, all of the sprites are really heckin' cute. So fucking adorable, man. Yeah, you must play Moemon now? It's great, it's great. There was also a fan fiction series that was inspired by Moemon that I used to read a lot. And it was literally just like waifus and husbandos. It was like just giant crossover series. But like they all ended up in this like essentially Pokemon-esque universe. So there was like, you know, a whole bunch of like Kenshins or a whole bunch of like heroes or a whole bunch of like Usagis and stuff, and like people were catching them in like Pokeballs. Anyway, somewhat different. But yeah, Moemon like ended up with like causing people to like think about that kind of thing for a hot second. It was really fun. But yeah, Moemon in general is just, you get all of the Pokemon in whatever games you're going for, and as like cute, they're just cute sprites, just so heckin' cute. If you haven't seen it before, you should just Google it. Just Google it. You'll see. It's worth it. It's worth it. Moemon. 10 out of 10, do recommend. Because it doesn't really change anything else about the game, honestly. It just gives you fun little cute sprites. You should not have Google image searched that. Really? Did they, what? Why should you not have Google image search that? These all look normal Moemon sprites to me. No, it's not bad. They're all just cute girls. Mine is normal too? Yeah, I was trying to see like where the... I mean, one of the images is Moemon Adventures 18 plus Wattpad Moemon stories, but you have to fucking click that to get anywhere. Anyway, all of the sprites are really cute. It's super well done. The art is really nice. So, you know, if you want to capture cute girls in Pokeballs, Moemon. There's also horror game, like fan games of Pokemon. Yeah. I've played a couple. I think they're quite fun. To be fair, I just really like Pokemon based games. I think they're neat. So I'm thinking we're probably gonna try out the Pokemon Gym Trainer one, because I really want to try that if I can find it. And then maybe other themed ones at some point. Like there was a randomizer one that was really, really popular for a hot second. That one was fun as well when I tried it. But yeah, and I can do that because I'm dead now. Some of the Touhou ones got really customized and unique. Nice. Yeah. There's a JoJo one with a notoriously accurate personality test. Huh. Interesting. That's really interesting. Yeah, man, I love like fan community games, like the things that people work on, I think are really cool. There's so many things that like you wouldn't really think about, but communities like will band together and make like some of the most like heckin' unique stuff, I swear to God. Da, 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 da. Been wanting a few Toho fan games. There's a lot of cool ones I want to play. Yeah. Fan games are always fun because you get to see like extensions of the original game, but also like people's headcanon and how they apply things to it and how they think about things. There's a Super Mario Mon? What the fuck? How does that work? Super Mario Mon. That sounds absolutely wild, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, that kind of sounds crazy. Kind of sounds insane. That one's good? Does it have like a storyline or anything? Super Mario Mon. Oh, interesting. That's just a T-Rex. Oh, that's so funny. Oh my gosh. Side quests. Oh, maybe I'll check that out at some point too. That looks kind of fun too. The Mushroom Kingdom. Ah, fusion of Pokemon and Mario. Nice, nice, nice. It's more interesting than it should be. I feel like that's a lot of things, honestly. I feel like there's a lot of things that you're just like, you side-eye and then you try it and you're like, why is this good? What the fuck? Why? Castlevania with Toho characters and lore? Ah. Nice, 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 nice. Yeah. I think there's a lot of really interesting, like, just, like, fan-made things out there that, like, don't get a ton of mainstream attention just based on, like, you know, what they are. But are really, really fun and really, really interesting. So I want to try to play stuff like that as well because we can do that now. Yeah. Vampire Survival styled one? Vampire Survivors is fun, but that's one of those, those kind of games I tend to shut down. So unless I was playing it with someone, as a collab, which I've definitely never done previously, I don't think I would play like a Hollow Cure or Vampire Survivor type of game on stream just because, like, sorry, I missed the mute button for a second there. I need to reset my desk so everything's in the right place. What was I saying? I'm fine, Ray. I'm just recovering from being sick. And overusing my throat. Your gaming tastes have gotten narrow as you've gotten older? I mean, that kind of makes sense as well. That makes sense. Given that, like, it tends to be that your likes and dislikes and personality tend to set, like, mid-20s-ish. But then we also look back on things that we liked when we were younger with a lot more nostalgia. So we're more likely to, like, gravitate towards those things. Sick every other week. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Some of us just we do what we can do. It's more of I know what I like now instead of experimenting with different stuff. That too. Yeah. Yeah, once you know exactly what it is that you like, you're more likely to play more games that are like that as well. Yeah. It's like there's a lot of games that like people think are really, really good, but I don't tend to play on stream or off stream. Just because like I know I'm not going to be great at it. And like maybe I could get through it, but I probably wouldn't have as good a time as someone who really enjoys that kind of game. For example, the games that Tori plays are not games that I would play and find enjoyable. Could I do it? Absolutely. But you know, sometimes it's just not the thing that you want to throw yourself into. Hey, play X. After 300 hours, you'll learn the UI and the fun starts. Yeah, right. You've been, yeah. Yeah, sometimes people just get really prone to certain things, and I'm that way with respiratory infections. So it just so happens that I'm way more prone to respiratory issues and infections, and having small things turn into bigger things. But it's also why a lot of the time, even when I am sick, I can still do things through it, be it planning or streaming, even if they are like shorter or lower energy and things like that. Just because like it's not as debilitating to me as it would be to someone who's not used to, you know, doing certain things. So no cigar smoking for you? Yeah, definitely not. Just smoking in general is not something I can do. One time, extrovert friend for anxiety tried to get me into doing some pot, and gave me a little vapey guy, and I tried it, and even a vape irritates the ever-loving fuck out of my throat. So that's how sensitive my bullshit is. Even if for some reason I decided that I wanted to take up smoking, there's like a 0% chance that I would be able to do it without wanting to fucking die afterwards. So, Good, vaping is horrid. Yeah, well, the purpose of it wasn't so much the actual vape itself, more just like she was trying to see if there was something that would help me with social anxiety. But yeah, I can't actually, anything that's like an inhale sort of thing. A lot of time, even just taking a deep breath, if it's too cold or too warm outside, will send me into like a coughing fit at times. So, you know, it is what it is. To be fair, if anyone does it with the wrong technique, you'll be coughing for 30 minutes. Yeah. But this is not like a, I will cough because it irritates my throat. This is like a, it will irritate my throat and then I might lose my voice for a couple of days. Like it pisses off my throat that my throat will like inflame and just like not, like it will be mad at me for a hot heckin' second. So yeah, that's not something I'm about to try again anytime soon. It's also part of the reason I'm not overly fond of like sweet beverages that aren't caffeinated. So like I like sweet things when they're in a drink, when it's like coffee or energy drinks, but I don't drink any pop. I very rarely drink juice. I usually like eat my sugar rather than drink it, because the sugar over long periods of time also really irritates my throat. And if I am eating something sweet too, I usually will like chase with a lot of water. Like I will hydrate myself properly. Because it irritates my throat. Not even juice. The only kind of juice that I drink on a semi-regular basis, and by that I mean like maybe once a month max, is orange juice. And that's like with iron supplements and stuff. But yeah, I don't generally. What does caffeine have to do with that? Just the only sweet beverages that I drink are caffeinated. You have enough health problems without self-inflicting more? Yeah, that too. That too, for sure, Z's. Personally feeling attacked, drinking a lemonade, smoking a cigar. Look, if you can do that, that's great for you. I just simply can't without wanting to fucking pass away. Well, it's not that I want to pass away. It's more just like if I am to do that, my throat's gonna get so irritated that I'm not gonna be able to come hang out with you guys for a hot fucking second. You're the opposite. No sweet food, but sweet beverage. See, my problem is I tend to nurse beverages. So because it takes me longer to get through it, then I'm spreading that like coating my throat in sugar bit for like an hour or so, rather than like when I eat something sweet, it's gonna be like a 10-minute, I'm gonna sit down, fucking finish, like shove all the food into my mouth and then drink some water. and then just do whatever else it is that I'm doing, right? Whereas, yeah, like even if I have a coffee or an energy drink or if I have juice or whatever, I'm a really slow drinker. So like I'll have some and then I'll stop, and then I'll have some and then I'll stop. And it's like marinating your throat in sugar, which my throat just absolutely is not having. It's not going to have a good time with it. Yeah, I mean, I think there's a, like, you don't have to necessarily get rid of all sodas. I know there's a lot of people who drink like Coke Zero or diet versions of things. And it actually can help with dieting, because then you're giving your body like something, it's like a thing that you want to have and you can have, but it doesn't necessarily have like a ton of like calories or sugar or anything in it. So it actually can help people stay on their diets properly. So for some people, it's actually a really good thing to keep doing even when they're trying to be healthy. But yeah, I've never really been a pop person anyway. I was never really allowed to have it unless it was at like grandma's place, Mima's place. And even then, it was always like ginger ale or like a grapefruit beverage, like a grapefruit soda. So that's what I grew up with. But yeah, my grandma and my dad always get ginger ales because they're like, it's good for your tummy when it hurts. And I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, pop. What's wrong with pop, huh? You don't drink soda as well? Can't drink anything high in alcohol? Well, I don't drink a ton of alcohol anyway, so. Canada Dry or homemade? Never homemade, but like Canada Dry or like other. There were other things, like they used to get like little, kind of like how there's craft beers, you know? There's like craft ginger ale. Store-bought ginger ale, never even had ginger in it. Yeah. But yeah, I very rarely had like pops growing up, and it's not really my thing. So the only carbonated beverage that I generally drink is energy drinks. And that's not so much for the taste as it is just like if I don't have coffee or something and I need something to help me like focus. I need something to turn my wandery brain into like a one-way street, you know? We're still gonna jump topics, but at least they're gonna be slightly cohesive and coherent. We had sweet tea growing up. See, I love tea, but I don't like sweet tea. I don't. And it pisses me off. Is my Stream Elements link broken? I don't know. I would certainly hope not, but I don't know. Have a good night, Scuba Diver. Have a good night. Doesn't look broken to me. But it very well could be, honestly. I don't know. No, this isn't a permanent background change. It's cause, it's cause because I moved my whole computer setup again. I'm back in the den now. So I moved it all like yesterday and today. So my audio stuff is still a little bit borked. Because I only finished moving stuff about an hour before stream, I'm not gonna lie. Which is also why we're on Wi-Fi today, because the internet cable is not long enough to come out here. Hee hee, ahaha, oohoo. Yeah. So, I can't, for some reason, hear my own background music, so you guys are getting Zelda music with me. Mion, I love you. I love you, Mion. Hello, Mion. Hello, Mion G's. Welcome, welcome. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Is Darkwood hard? I don't know. I have personally never played it, but I do know someone who has, and they really enjoyed it. It's long-ish. It's spooky-ish, but it is really fun, from what I was told by this person that I know. Yeah. It is, I would say I would recommend it. It is quite fun. Yeah. And if you don't want to play it right now, you could always play it, like, when horror season comes, too. Yeah. I love you, Mion. I love you. I love you. Oh my god, you're playing Dead Space? Why? Why? Because... Oh my god, crazy. They voted. What did they do that they got to vote? That's the game I suggested in the forum. Oh god. Members gave me money to vote. Did they give you like $500 to play a game like that? Because I'm gonna let you know, Mion. I put letting them pick a horror game pretty damn high up on my list. I put that shit pretty damn high up on my list. Did you sell it to their games you won't touch? Their games you won't touch, she says, whilst playing fucking Dead Space. Insane. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely insane. Absolutely crazy. You're always gonna get there. No one... In what world was it, like, a thing that you were always gonna get there? No. Like the morgue one? Oh, I know a person who's played that one too. And she could only play it when someone else was there with her. So that, she didn't want to fucking pass away. And then there was someone who came in the middle and screamed at her. And she wanted to pass away. And then this person apologized profusely. This fucking little witch. This fucking little witch. Yeah, mortuary assistant. Yeah. That one. What did you make for dinner? I don't know. Chicken nuggies. Chicken nuggies are always a good dinner choice. That's gonna be many dollars. Many dollars. What do you mean you're not 12? Fuck off. You can have chicken nuggies and not be 12. I'm not 12. I enjoy chicken nuggies. They're great. Make hot dog? Blech. I mean, hot dogs are fine. They're fine. Whatever. Though I have some ramen, says the person who says that my fucking chicken nuggies make me 12. Bitch. Depends on the brand, yeah. I prefer to get my hot dogs whilst I'm out, like having someone else make them, because then you get all the nice toppings and like a nice bun and stuff, as opposed to making them at home. Yeah. Ramen is adult food. Yeah, so are chicken nuggets. And chicken strips and chicken. There's nothing wrong with chicken nuggies. Those are also adult food. Tenders are so good, right? Yeah, it's protein. Put bread flakes on your chicken and suddenly it's for kids, right? Crazy, crazy. There's no such thing as kid food and adult food. You can eat whatever you want, it's just food. If you have a quote-unquote kid food and you are an adult, congratulations. It's now an adult food because it's food and it's in your body and you are an adult. Stupid. Hatred. You still need veggies. No, you don't. As long as you don't start eating baby food. I mean, there's old people that eat baby food. You know? Certain gambling woman decided to eat horse food and liked it. She really didn't like it all that much. You are what you eat and everyone becomes an adult. I guess. Is that how that works? I did not have any veggies today yet. She did like the green apple one, yeah. Yes, I was warned about other ones though. She was like, by the way, if you guys are thinking about this, do not get these ones. And we were like, what? Okay, none of us were fucking thinking about that, baby girl, but... Yep, it is what it is though, it is what it is. You hear lead taste? In what world did someone come up to you and be like, hey, Bearby, by the way, just in case you were wondering, lead, mwah, 10 out of 10, delicious. Where the fuck are you living that someone decided to tell you that lead tastes good? So you've decided that you'll play later? What? What do you mean? What do you mean? Kids used to eat lead pit. So you looked it up? I don't... Sure. The paint chips are fire. Who the fuck? Why? Oh, 1 block later tonight? Yeah, I think I am gonna play some 1 block later tonight. Ants look at lead and be like, finally some good food. I don't think that... Sure, we'll just assume that lead tastes good because people are super smart and decided that they in fact did want to eat lead. Sure. Alright. Ants will eat lead paint because it's sweet? So what you're telling me is that lead-based things are slightly sweeter than non-lead-based things? Pencil lead is decent taste, but not lead? In what world does pencil lead have decent taste? What time zone? I'm in PST. Lead salts are apparently sweet. Then why the fuck are they salts? That doesn't make any sense. Pencils or graphite, yeah. I don't know why we call it pencil lead. It makes no sense to me because yeah, it's not lead. They could probably make an artificial sweetener out of lead. I mean, I guess if they really, really wanted to, they could make an artificial sweetener out of lead. I don't think it would sell very well though. You know? It used to be lead. Yeah, but like, why would we not have changed it then, you know? Kind of like how there's like lead paint. Right? It's now there's like lead paint and paint. So like, why can't there be like pencil lead and then pencil not lead? You know? You know? Lead is not that. No, I don't know. No, it's not that lead is that popular. I don't think that that's a thing. Leaded gas is your favorite? Sure. Carbon pencil doesn't roll off the tongue. I think, like, pencil graphite's fine. I don't know. I think it's fine. And you could also just call it PG for funsies. Hey, can you pass me the PG? Right? That way kids can still say the right thing. Right? They don't have to be like, oh no, I can't say the word graphite. It's so hard. Just tell them to call it PG. Done. Done. Simple and easy. No problem. No problem at all. I don't know why. I don't know why. Crazy. Absolutely insane. There's so many other things that they've changed. Why not that one? PG number 2. PG number 4. It's like Mamba number 5, but a little bit different, right? Because graphite doesn't taste as good? That has nothing to do with the naming of a pencil product. What the fuck? That's crazy. What do you mean? Because please do not name things based on how they taste, right? Like, oh, this doesn't taste as good as lead, so we're just gonna call it lead, even though it's not lead, because lead is tastier. Does that mean that everything that is less tasty than lead is therefore lead? No, because that's not how it works, right? Because then everything would be lead. Not everything, but lots of things that people thought were less delicious than lead would be just lead. Like paper. Is paper delicious? Probably not. Maybe that's just lead now. Here's my lead notebook. Water. A lot of people don't like water. They don't think it's very delicious. So what if someone who didn't like water decided to name it? Oh, that's too bad. Water's less delicious than lead. It must be lead now. Gotta drink your lead. Gotta make sure you're getting enough lead to stay hydrated. Crazy. Absolutely insane. Everything less tasty than lead would just be lead. That's what they're saying, that lead is more tasty than graphite, and that's why it's pencil lead and not pencil graphite. That doesn't make any sense. That argument will not hold in a court of law. No! Don't agree with them. I am become lead. Are you a science teacher now? No. Just the normal one. Their logic is on point. No, it's fucking not. That's why you get red paper. Now the paper is meat? What? What does that even mean? No, not let them cook lead. Imagine all the innuendos if all foods were called lead. How would that lead to innuendos? That also doesn't make any sense. Crazy, fucking insane, absolutely wild. Can't believe this is happening. Thought you used to teach English, Pekoe. Why are you so good in science? I didn't teach English. I taught everything. Sadly, including French, even though I don't speak French. Lead itself isn't sweet. You gotta make it lead acetate. See, so that's not even the right naming construct. Fucking wild. Fucking wild. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are insane out here. Not even using the right thing, and you're just trying to say lead tastes good. It's not even lead that tastes good. It's lead acetate. Different. Fucking wild. Taught French teachers not have to take an oath to do no harm. No, in fact, they don't. That's doctors. Teachers do have to get checked by the police, though. Yeah. Have a good night, Strudel. Have a good night. Ah, the science talk, though, makes me think of a joke that I saw yesterday. Makes me think of a joke I saw yesterday. Did you guys know that there's more hydrogen in water than there are stars in the solar system? Crazy, right? I know, insane facts. Insane science facts. It doesn't sound right, but it's true, because yeah, there's exactly, Mateo. Exactly! Yeah, there's 2H in a water molecule, so there's more hydrogen in a water molecule then there are stars in the solar system. Exactly! There is more hydrogen and water than there is stars in the solar system. Yeah, stars in the solar system. See, fuck you guys. It doesn't sound right because we're so used to people saying stars in the galaxy or stars in the universe. But it is true. It's tricksy. It's tricksy. It's a tricksy true science fact. Oh my fucking god, I'm out of here. Someone's forgetting about the other sun. Wild. Wild. Remove that. No, it's not real. No real star. It's fun though, isn't it? It's so fun. You heard galaxy? Yeah. So that's the thing. Brains want to fill it in with what they usually think. So it sounds wrong. It sounds wrong when you hear it. But it's actually true. It's actually correct. Yes. Everything is true. I would never lie to you. Why would I do that? I would never lie to you. X to doubt? What do you mean? Pretty bright. Are you sure you're not a star? I'm definitely not a star. I'm just roadkill, okay? I'm just roadkill. Do people do that? Go on the internet and tell lies? They do, Mimi. They do, which is wild. It's crazy. I can't believe they would do that. See you, Razmak. Have a good day at work. Have a good day at work. Do as long as the first and last letters in a word remain unchanged, you can jump around the letters in a word and your brain will auto-arrange them. Yeah, for most words. There are actually like things you can read where it's all just that, and you have to see if your brain can put it together. And it's like a good measure as well of like brain health and elasticity. Yeah, very fun. I love how brains work like that. It's really neat. Oh, I love this song too. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. All right. To be fair, on that note, I do think that we are going to pop off into the distance for now. My throat is starting to get quite annoyed. My throat is starting to get quite annoyed at me. So I'm going to take a little break for like 2 hours or something. And we're going to have another stream. I'll put a waiting room up as soon as I make a thing. Thumbnail, that's the word. I'll put a waiting room up for a thumbnail, and we'll play some Minecraft at about 1 a.m. I don't know how exactly much talking there's gonna be, given that my throat is still really fucking annoyed at me, but I wanna play. I wanna play some Minecraft. I'll play some Minecraft. I'll play some Minecraft. But you guys can keep working, right? You guys can keep working and filling out forms and stuff, right? That'll be fun. That'll be good. Oh wait, is Mamie streaming on? Let me pause that. Let me send you guys. I can't hear the background music, but you guys can. Mamie. Mamie Majoko. Yeah, Mamie is streaming. Great. Alright, I think we are going to raid into Mamie on both platforms because it is her birthday! It is her birthday. It is her birthday! And that means that we're going to give her lots and lots of birthday wishes. Please! Let me pause this. Alright, for those of you who are unfamiliar with Mimi, she is part of Glitch Stars. She is a very, very cute witch. She's a very cute witch. So let's go give her lots and lots of birthday wishes, please. And thank you! And I will see those of you who are still awake and still around at 1 a.m. PST. So in like 2.5 hours-ish. Alright, okay, alright, okay. Thank you guys so much for popping by, and I'll see you soon! Bye-bye. Bye-bye! Blah, blah, blah.